I was busy doing things. Things. All right, welcome back to my expanded divine panel of the infinite eight to divinely intervene for the highest good, aka my highest good. Okay, this is pick a candle because I'm doing the remaining portion of cleaning up my everyday altar over here, which has 5 candles. Holy smokes, 5 candles. They need to be like chucked, you know. And so I'm just tired of it having it lingering around here. And so it got to go. So hopefully it doesn't take too long here. But I don't feel really sleepy either. And just do this, okay? So the energy cards. This is their talk your shit to the power of 7, Tina. Volume 7. Okay, because I am a master revolutionary. Master number 77. Okay. And it's like at a glance look, okay? So 7 of swords on the recipient side. That is the steal. That is deceit. But lies. Okay. This is also withholding the truth. This is also, from what it looks like in its picturesque form, it's like the hideout. So it's like you don't even, it's taken to an extreme degree of withholding information. So that's like the extreme degree of that is you don't even show up. You just disappear. So you don't even have to answer to like interface like up front. So that's on the recipient side. That's the intuitive side. That's crazy. That's the energy. Holy crud. This is powerful. But on the doing side, it's a devil card in reverse, which is like, it's kind of like a no bother. You know, people are set in their ways. So like set it and forget it kind of energy here. Okay. That's the energy for all 3 or actually all 5 piles. They're going to be like a smaller version because they're tea lights. And there's only one that's like a Mondo light. So I'm going to shift it over here in just a few moments. But let me see here. Let's get some header cards, okay? Shuffle a bit first. Okay. 2, 3, 2. No. We have to do it again because this is about to fall. This whole thing. Okay. Let's try it again. Oh, please. Let's just put it on my lap then, okay? All right. Header cards. Boop. 3, 2, 1. Cheese. What do we got here? King of Cups on the recipient side and 4 of Wands on the doing side in reversal. All right, so this still applies for all the piles here, or all the candles here. King of Cups on the recipient side, highly intuitive, masterful in that aspect. Okay, highly communicative, in touch with the world. Okay, all right. So I will get. This is an empath for sure. Psychic. My psychic buddies also included in there. They're at the door. Okay, so I've good company here. Okay, and then on the doing side, 4 of Wands in reverse. This is like a home away from home is what they're saying, establishing that. Okay, also there's like is it a shared, shared nostalgia? I think the core energies are very much intact. Or ancestry. our ancestors get along. That's definitely it. Yeah. So if it's like clarifying from the top, with the devil card in reverse, it's again like kind of set it and forget it. Like it's nothing we have to really second guess. It just is. That's just how they feel about it. So we're playing along well with each other is what it's saying. um I think if King of Cups is clarifying the Seven of Swords, it's like nothing really gets past the King of Cups. Like they can tell when you're lying. They can tell more so when the truth is being told. They just feel it. They just sense it. Okay. Um yes, have a mother's touch. All right, so candle number 1 is this. Okay. That was given to me like as a freebie gift. Candle number 2 is this. This is also from like a gift, kind of thing. Candle number 3 is this. Didn't burn all the way through. Candle number 4 all the way through. Candle number 5, that. Okay. All right, so I am going to bring you over to here in just a few moments so you can take a gander and decide which you would like to explore further. Excuse me. Okay, hold on. All right, candle number 1. Okay, again. Candle number 2. Candle number 3. Candle number 4. And candle number 5. Okay, I've had these like on my altar probably for years now. Like, holy freaking moly. Let me turn on the light here. Let me see if I can get a better glance at it. Okay. So again, shit. Okay, candle number 1. Candle number 2. Candle number 3. Candle number 4. And candle number 5. Let me see if I can zoom out for a second so you can just kind of like see which ones. All right, hold on. Can you? Okay, okay. You see all 5, right? Okay. Okay. So there's that. Okay. All right. Oh shit! What did I just do? Okay, I took out the camera for a second. Okay. Can we do it like this? Something like that. Okay. So, if you chose candle number 1, I don't know if I can like. Maybe it's easier to do it like that. But there's one free balling it here. But this reminds me of like those little games that you get like at when you're a little kid and you get like those little party bag things where they're little mazes and you move them around. I think do they have it like at Chuck E. Cheese's or something? Hello, you picked number 1. Well, you're in luck, Brittany. This one actually smelled like pumpkin spice. I mean, it was scented. I remember it was an orange candle. In fact, you could see a little bit of a glaze. Hold on. Okay. Oh, you see? A little bit of an orange glaze around there. I don't know I think those are sugar drops in there. I don't know. But I've had this one for quite a while. I don't know what I bought from this lady, but it was just maybe tarot cards. Okay. And they just like slid that in the bag with maybe a few incense sticks or something. Anyway, it smelled quite good. Yuma smells quite good. But let's see here. This is the Tokyo Shyt to the Power of 7, Volume 7. This is the housekeeping rituals. So this is quite a surprise. Okay. All right. Ooh, I see some romance in the middle of like all of this stuff going on here. Um, Look, when you zoom in, it looks like those two bodies are kissing. Those like they're face kissing. Left side is the lady, right side is an older male. Okay. It looks like there's cinnamon on the top right there. A cinnamon like shaving there. What else? Okay, there's a happy fella right there. Happy person with a large gown, almost like a muumuu. Happy lady, maybe. Mimo. That's probably what that is here. Okay, what else? Anything else? And these usually come off fragmented until we do the actual tarot readings. So, what time is it? 11:01 on the clock. Okay. I see a fox on the edge right there. You see the tail distinct. And then like another creature above it. I can't tell what it was, but then there's also another fox to the right side of it facing that middle creature. So there's oh god, what the heck? Here we go. On both ends there's a fox. Where did I see that? It had a different angle. Anyway, two foxes cornering in on what, an armadillo, something, I don't know what, a sheep maybe. Maybe they're just conversating and it's not what do you call it, threatening. 11/1 is your birthday? That's crazy. um you are magic. Okay. I see someone off to the left side in the corner with a wax, almost like a genie, you know, coming through from a candle. Do you see that? From a candle right down there. Okay. And he's coming up right there. He's speaking something into like a cup. What the heck? And then there's like a Disney Mickey Mouse face right in front of him. But speaking into a cup, what the heck is that all about? I don't know. But it's right behind a young figure, more like a kid figure down there, the black, you see? It's right underneath that cup. In fact, right underneath that cup here, let me see if I can get okay, here. Okay, where's my, I have to coordinate with this stick. Okay. Okay, so right there. So there's the cup right there. There's a genie right there. There's the candle. He's speaking something into the cup. Disney head. There's a hand out here. And like now it looks like a rattle thing almost. Now if I see the hand right there, like a ritual handle kind of thing, like a rattle thing. It's used on, it's like in tribal stuff cultures. Anyway, there's a sleeve right there. Okay. Little kid right there looking up. Okay. Has a long ponytail. I don't know if it's male or female, but if it's male, then it's like native kind of energy. It's young, you see, because they're short stance, but then they're holding a doll here, you see? A doll is given and they're holding it. Okay. And then what else here? Okay, so there's Mima with her muumuu, with like another face on it too. Taking care of younglings, yeah. Large family, okay, for sure. Anything else? Okay. A lot of like figures in this energy here, in this black area here. You see, there's someone hidden here with the cap, the face, a gardening thing here, or there's the shoulders, and then he's just kind of hidden. This is an upper view, like a bird's eye view, so we don't see his body carry all the way through because this is, again, overhead view. but off in the fields. And then, like, you see silhouettes of other energies here. Just a huge crowd. What's going on? This is a collective for sure, but it's in the background. So there's a cognizance of like all of these snapshots like held together in its most intimate states right here with the people kissing right there. This one's like almost like wet, like wedding type of energy because she has like almost like a veil right there off to her back area. Oh, but like that doesn't have to be an older male now. It looks like they're talking. Like this one's dressed almost like Renaissance, no, not Renaissance, like Dracula, like Winona Ryder, her type, like with the big hat. There's her face, her talking, and then her bustle kind of energy. Yeah, so it's, and then that could be an angel now. Anyway, the energies are shifting. Um, so anyway, the sense of intimacy right there, and then like Mima with her like many children or grandchildren or godchildren, I don't know what, generally happy. Um, and then like just the macrocosm, like all the stuff happening in the background, but the focus is like everyone in their intimate moments, you know. Very nice. It reminds me of like these dream cards. Here, let me grab one for you so you know exactly what I mean here. I think I put one away. Hold on. Okay, so that's it for that one. Where's the dream cards? I have to put some away here. Dream cards. Oh, here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we have like dream cards like this. Okay. So just a lot of things going on. A lot of focus there. That was on my altar. So I got to put that away. All right. So, all right, we're going to pull some cards now. Okay. So, this is the ritual, was housekeeping ritual. Talk your shit to the power of 7, Tina. Okay, so this is for the first one. Oh, if it was just your birthday, Brittany. So happy belated birthday. King of Wands extroverted. So this is a lot of social, this is like the socialite energy, whether that's like in whatever scenario. Highly networked, very charming. So this is a good vibe, basically, brought to the table. There's a sense of awareness here. I didn't get any hostilities in here. The hardest energy that I got was, oh, I didn't even turn it around. Oh, give me a second. Okay, back to it. Okay, so it was like that. Now I have to shift it. I was just happy with like the turnout already. Okay, shifting. Anything else? What do we detect from here? Okay, somebody with a side ponytail and the orange face right there. Covered with some dirt. So, go out and play. Whoopsie. Okay. Oh, okay. Anyway, there's that. Anything else? Okay. I get like a sorcerer practitioner right there. See with the orange, like standing tall, almost like the illustration from like Hercules. So some character from there, that animation. Yeah. At first I thought I was a practitioner, a showy practitioner. Then it seems like a female. You see, yeah, you see like in a gown almost. Maybe holding one of the long cigarettes or something like that. Again, a very social environment. Okay, so there's that. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I can focus a little bit more. Do you see it? It's weird. Okay. Okay, what else? like the roly-polies that, like, that's not the technical name for it, but, like, if you zoom in, okay, to the center, it looks like there's a couple of roly-polies there. Just because it's very 3D, but it's not. It's just, that's what it looks like from here. 2 roly-polies, or maybe 3 hidden in there, like camouflaged. Interesting. Okay. Protective mechanisms, but in community. Again, like these are intimate moments. Interesting. Okay. Zoom out a little bit further. I see, like in light of Halloween, like looking at this, like look, just focusing on the black. Okay, first, okay, look at it this way. First, focusing on the black, it looks like a large, like, tree trunk, horizontal, and then one bug eye, and like those little nodules on there that, what do you call them? Burls? Yeah, burls. In the wood. Kind of looks like it, but when you stand it straight up, it doesn't look so much like that. Maybe, and what do you call it? You know what Furbies are? Like, that's what it looks like, but like, an ostracized Furby, like not as welcomed as the others. Okay, so that's one of the harder energies. Just kind of like a gonzo version of a Furby. Yeah, for sure. Not as popular. Okay. Interesting. First time. Yeah. I think I got gonzo a long time ago, also doing a candle reading. Candle wax reading, anyway. Anything else? No, I think that's it. Okay. So that's already been like 10, 11 minutes or so on that. Okay. So we already have one energy card. King of Wands, extroverted. Anything else? Takeyoshi. Okay, I have to grab it with my toes because I don't want to show you my whole life back there. Whole time. Maybe I'll just cover it up. Okay. It's the Hierophant. It's the Hierophant upright that fell on the left side. Okay. The Hierophant. Okay, so big figures here. Highly respected. Also, this is community-based energy. Okay. All right. So we have a good crowd turning up over here. Candle 1. When you say Takio Shyt, I don't think it's always bad. Sometimes it's good news, Holler at you. 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay. So you gain some, you lose some. What is lost is like they can't hold a candle to these other 2 energies. So the trade is good already. In fact, I just realized one little volley fell out of the thing. Okay, so how many volleys are in here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. 13 that are bare and open, and then 4 that are covered. Like disguised. Incognito. So there's a star energy here. But like the largest of the large have to go like incognito. Like their privacy means a great deal to them. Like it's just, sometimes it's just too much. After a certain point, it's too much. Not sometimes, but after a certain point, it's that. But number 4 has been popping you for, yeah. So, sense of leadership as well here. That would be the Emperor card. 13 that are exposed is the Death card. So back to the last candle reading, there was the element of if you work, like, if you're in a very crowded, congested environment that is not as um, forgiving, there's like a lot of violence and just a lot of things going on. Um, it, there's an element of like death that's more apparent than ever, but it's not so cumbersome. It's just a reminder to really live your life, not like laugh in the face of death. That kind of, not so much like that. Not like Kevin McAllister, but um, um, enjoying life thoroughly. So there's that. Okay. So that, anything more? No. Okay. So candle number 2. This was given to me from the relationship of the 20-year whatever that I friend that I um had to exit from. And she had to move out of her Huntington Beach place that should I say any, yeah, so she talked shit about because they basically, I don't know, kicked her out. She was complaining about it at the time. Um, like, had a lot of, not mixed feelings, but a lot of harsh feelings about it, a lot of cold feelings about it. But then recently, when I saw that she had changed and she was playing sides and favors after noticing that she was being monitored, she changed up her game and said that she oh no, no, it was like, oh, they got, no, they got a large, like, waistband for us, and they said da 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 da. It was just a whole change. And anyway, this candle was from her when she did a garage sale, and this one was an egg, a light blue like Easter egg kind of designed, and I don't know if it was a Ghirardelli one or if it was, like one of their festive ones from way back in the day or what. But I was just like, I can't keep these things around. A candle is a candle. An egg is meant to um, symbolize like rebirth, that kind of energy or fertility. And so I just went with that. But like when I had burned it, I didn't feel like, I didn't sense that or I didn't do the calculations of, you know, questionable behaviors. So anyway, let's go ahead and just, so I've had this one for quite a while on my like thing for like waiting to do another candle reading. So I'm surprised that there's this much here. Yeah. This was, I think, on a tray. So the only part that cracked off was this part, but you can see exactly where it is supposed to attach. So let's go ahead and get to that. Okay, candle number 2. And I just noticed here that there's a crater mark of another tea candle. It must have been like this one because it didn't go all the way through. I don't know which one it was, but let me see if I can censor the bottom. No, I don't know. Anyway, that was the stopping point right there. Trying to detect where I got, like, which shoe print it was. Anyway, there's no real detection on there. All right, so this tail end right there. Okay, let's take a look. It's 3. Oh, look, there is a lady. Do you see? This is her hair streaming down. This is the profile of her cheek, her face, and I don't know, it's like she was like laying down, but like there looks like there's butter right there too, or like a quilt, like a thick quilt. Legs crossed out over here. Her elbows over here. Somebody doesn't want me to say this stuff. I don't know why. Anyway, she's bleeding out almost. Maybe that melting into her area, her lounging area. Oh yeah, that is shaped like a rib. For sure. So it's trailing off. Okay. But this looks almost serene. like somebody's sinking into their lounge area. And this is kind of like a lake, like rocky area, etc. That's what it feels like here. But that does definitely look like a lady looking out. All right. Okay, anything. Oh my god, that looks like the, I don't know, anatomy of like a vagina? Was it? I mean, that's what it, I mean, like, or something like that. I don't know. Is okay. Open. Okay. All right. I see almost like a penguin slash walrus. No tusks, but penguin face looking to the right, and then like the walrus. You look at the fins, and then the back fin right there. Yeah, it does. And then looking over at his baby, looking down over there. That's the butt side. There's the flippers right there. Um, okay. Another sense of family there. And relaxation, just very serene. Okay. Okay. I don't know how 3D it got, like, because if it would melt, down here. So, like, what's the explanation for all this stuff going on over here? Is crazy. How did that happen? I don't know. Okay. This reminds me of, like, Lego type of energy. You see the head right there, and then he's sleeping with the body down here. It does look like the Lego energy. I don't know why, but getting ready for bed, sleeping. Has like one of those like U-shaped pillows right behind him, but he's also has one right there. Okay, we're gonna be Star Wars Lego with like those blue creatures with the like, the pigtail thingies going on there. Anyway, there's that. I see, what do you call it? Thanos. Thanos. You see the face right there, hooded right there with, looks like a pipe right there, but like hooded, wrinkled, looking down. Thanos. Looking down at whatever's going down here. Oh my gosh. And then like hands right there. Hands right there. Encased. There's something about holding onto something. Holding onto something ritualistic. Thanos is power hungry. And so is the person that I got this from. Oh my gosh, this is weird. I did not expect that. That is creepy. That is creepy. Blues for peace and serenity too. Like that's insane. You can only see it from one angle. And now it's like almost like melted out like Picasso type of energy. That shit is weird. Okay. All right, now looking at an aerial view. Do we see anything else here? I see the number 7. Okay. Maybe 700 here or 7,000. 7,001 here. That looks like a hot dog bun with like space for the hot dog, but there's no hot dog. Look at that hot dog. When people like are surprised, hot dog. It's missing. So there's no surprise here. Everything here actually should be no surprise. It's should be like common in its atmosphere relative to each energy. I also see another hidden figure here, a blockhead, almost like also holding up this altar thing that Thanos is, um, you know, I don't know. And then, like Scream, that horror comedy thing. There's a face right there dripping into there, handing something over, also contributing to the pot. Like you see, there's the garb right there. He's seated at the table. There's a face mask right there, droopy eyes, contributing something. Also speaking something into whatever he's contributing. That shit is weird. Okay. So like there's at least 3 figures here in this whatever they're concocting. Okay, did not expect to see that. Oh, weird. Okay, I see a bearded dragon here. You see like that boop, and then there's like you see the lizard, the eyes right there, facing this way. Yeah, he could be playing an instrument almost too. Yeah, I mean, when we compare anything to Star Wars, we have to be a bit more open-minded as well in that. Yeah, it does look like a bird face too, playing a flute. But yeah, okay, so lizard energy and then like hybrid person. You see with the legs right there. Interesting. Like laying on its side. I just saw David Icke, and on my feed, and he talks about reptilians as well. So there might be some energies about that, along with the avian star seeds. And then since we're talking about Thanos, right there. Oh wait, right there, hooded Thanos. This has to do with something cosmic as well. Cosmically speaking. All right. I think that's it for right now. That I can see. Maybe an overhead here. Anything else? This looks like a stinger of a scorpion. So again, also Scorpio. She's a Scorpio. Anyway, the stinger is also very relevant here. Also see somebody sleepy, like a monkey that's like old, and then his nose, and then his just mouth pursed open, but he's sleepy. Sleepy monkey, sleepy aging monkey. Also see like a radio, like boombox, and that kind of like a telephone thing, old school rotary phone. Okay, that's it for this one, yeah? Yes, okay. 3718, candle number 2. Toggle Shyt to the power of 7, Dina. What do we need to know about this one? What do I need to divulge from this? Okay, we're gonna get these 2 and the one that fell down there. Okay, got it with my toes. 2 of Swords extroverted, and then right here, Ace of Swords and 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So there is a block here. I mean, this is the truth. Everything that's here was meant to be seen just as so, because there's codependent energies in play. Tell me a little bit more on the codependence part, especially if this is a cosmic thing. Does that mean that if we're in any part of like grouping, the implication is that it's our decision rests upon the collective, not just a singular thing. So the codependence is not necessarily a bad thing, but more of a technicality. Is that correct? Well, it is true, but that truth exists, but for this, there is codependency. It's more of the energy of... Let me find out here. Tell me a little bit more about the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. What do I need to divulge from that? No, I asked if the inner circle is self-sufficient in here. And it's no, it's flatlined. So maybe that's what it is. It's non-functional. Okay, Page of Cups and the Star card. I think there's still the overwhelming energy here is still good. Like, despite there being like any type of deceit, It's like they're set in their ways and you just forget it. You set it and forget, like they're set in their ways and you forget it. So, again, this is like making every place like your home type of energy. Like, make it as, bring the vibe as much as possible. Like, so, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. How do we describe that? 9 of Pentacles in reverse. It's not codependency on this one. I forgot what that one is. Star. Let me wear my necklace here. 9 of Pentacles. This is clarifying that, bringing the vibe to forget it. For once, bringing home. Bringing home. Oh, the angels will remind me if it's that important. Making places your home. I don't remember. All right, whatever. It's fine. All right. And this fell on my tools. Page of Pentacles. There's a level of self-sufficiency here. So whatever that is contributed, even by singular pentacle, even at starting point, is sufficient. So yeah, despite these other energies, there's something that is very much like an understatement at first glance to like the Page of Cups type of energy or the Page of Pentacles energy. But it's highly commendable, and especially with questionable or questionable actions amongst like that are kind of looming about, even center point. It's a yes. All right, so that's candle number 2. Okay, I'm gonna scoot that over. Now, candle number 3, 4:42 a.m. and it is 43:23 on the clock. Scoot it back over. Okay. What does it look like? Excuse me. Let me get that. Okay. Let's zoom in. I don't know what that is about. Is that salt? Probably. Or other wax? I don't know. Alright, let's take a look. Generally a happy face here. Kind of a elementary illustration of it. Obviously there was salt in here. I think some cinnamon as well. And I don't know what other kinds of herbs here, but it did not burn all the way. I kept lighting it, just would not cooperate. It's also a sign of like negative energies around. trying to prevent you from your practice of protection. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pentacles at the top. This is an exchange, like reciprocation here. So very simple type of energy here. Not a lot of clutter to bog one down, so that's even more applicable to the you know, people trying to keep you from your practice and protection. So it's like Heyoka, like a mirror type of energy, reciprocation in all variations. Candle 1 with death card speaks of your divorce. Little older, you have an older man that you're talking to, yeah. The candle 2 is speaking to your, oh, codependency. Yeah, yeah, so, okay. Thank you for the, confirmation. Appreciate that. Because I kept thinking, like, where is this codependency thing coming from? It's so distant. So wonderful to hear, that it applies. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's some hidden other pentacles here, but you have to like really look at them. And this is actually a very close-up version, but on the right side of the genie type of energy. You see, it's all rooting from somewhere. Through the pooling effect of what did melt anyway. So wishes are granted. Keep on with your rituals is what it's showing me here. Do not let it stop you. I mean, this is still usable within its context of, you know, this is, this should have burned all the way through. I have quite a bit of these candles, these size, and this, like, very rarely ever happens, but it's, a signal for, ill intent, driven to here. Anything else? No, that's it for this one. Very simple. Okay. Oopsie. Okay. Candle number 3. All right. Tag your shit to the power of 7. Housekeeping rituals. What do you want to say? 5 of Swords in reverse. There's a forfeit here. So I didn't do anything additional when, you know, I encountered this kind of energy in trying to prevent another candle to be lit. I just went to another candle and just lit this one. And that's what I tend to do anyway with these type of things. I just call it a day and then move on to the other, or I just, no, that's what I do. Because there's a certain reason why people want to kind of extinguish your flame. So, anyway, there's a forfeit there. Yes? Yes, correct. Okay. Anything else? Because you realize these are just like people trying to push your buttons. That's it. High Priestess. Yes, we know better. We know better. Like, it becomes like when you get frustrated with little things like this, it almost becomes like you're adopting the fight. You're not just opted into it, but you're adopting a fight, which means that everything is so much more tangible and experienced, which is like, I'm not fighting with the person. Now it becomes more personalized. I'm fighting with the candle to be lit, you know? So when you personify your experience, or it becomes more circumferential because of somebody, you're allowing somebody to push your buttons. You know, like I've been there, so this is saying that we're over that now, you know, especially the High Priestess showing up here. So So she doesn't need that, basically. She can see in the dark with the owl up by her side or, you know, at her foot. The high priestess usually has the moon, she's standing on business, standing on the moon. And here she is, like, just standing on basically those that are very nocturnal, with a huge wingspan here. Mhm. Also earth magic driven here, more so than most high priestesses that I've seen depicted in cards. So okay, anything else? Okay, these ones, Knight of Swords and Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So quickly moving along, things are moving along quickly. And just like there's something about self-worth here, the acknowledgement of it, like I'm better than this, I'm better than this. So like this is ghosting, this kind of energy. Like easier, you know, they say easier said than done. This is the opposite of that. Like we've exhausted more time explaining it than actually exhausting the energy. And in true form, that's what I know this to be. That I don't spend very much time in fighting with stuff like this. So that's it. Okay, now candle number 4 is this one. Okay, all right, candle number 4. Okay, candle number 4. I wasn't gonna opt this one in, but I'm like, okay, you know what? The wick traveled off center. In fact, it's a very clean burn. And when you look at the center point, it's like a lady, a shrouded lady, young, is holding on to something, like kind of bringing something forward. Okay. You can see hold on, behind her. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I don't know if you can see it, because it looked like right behind her. I don't even know. That doesn't look like it right there. Hold on. There we go. Right behind her, there's like almost a male figure towards the back. Also another figure right here. Also a crow or raven. But she's holding like maybe a baby or something. Here we go. Yeah, oh, my coordination is a little off here. Give me a second. There. You see what I'm saying there? She's like holding a baby, like a fetus, floating almost a bit. Yeah. That doesn't look like a bird anymore. Goodness gracious. What the heck? A crow. Didn't look like a... Now it looks like a crow. What the heck? What? That is weird. Okay. Anyway. So the crow is almost like a Cheshire cat. Do you see? That's crazy. Okay. I still have a lot on my table here, but it's like stuff that I need to rework. So, but like these candles will get a lot out of the way. Like it'll create more space for me, especially this one on the napkin. Holy smokes. All right. Okay. Same thing there. I still like cannot get rid of the view of that. Okay, now we have like a goose on the top, a goose's head looking off to the right. Interesting. But the body is smaller, like I don't know what to compare that to, a pigeon type of body. Okay. I think this is it for this one. Okay. I'm starting to get tired now. Sleepy. Okay. So candle number 4. What do we want to say about that one? I have to do my gua sha at some point because you can see, like, oh, doing a lot of that stuff. A lot of frustration. A lot of concentration. Okay. This one, I guess. The Emperor in reverse. Oh my gosh. This is an Emperor. You know, like they said, it's a clean burn. The Emperor is very thorough. But if they're going to be like an executor type of energy, like assassin type of energy, they're going to be more like stealth, discreet. This is more private. And it's in protecting that energy. The lady is shrouded right there and like off center. It's like drifting off. Like you see, like it's not in the bullseye aim. It's like off target almost. There's like that's crazy. And then there's like this thing right here too, for sure. Okay. Anything else? Candle number 4. Tayo, Shyt to the power of 7. Tina. Housekeeping Rituals edition. 4 of Cups inverted, Judgment, and 9 of Cups for sure. For sure. Like, if this Emperor had to make a choice between this and that, they will go like underground. They will handle stuff themselves. Like, this is a very easy multiple choice question. You know how they say like if there's like a married man and or somebody that's taken, they're like, oh, they would risk it all just to, you know, be with you, that kind of, you know, those kind of readers, those type of channelings. This one is like, this one is actually more substantial and like more of a worthy cause rather than a flimsy one. So they would risk losing their title, you know, their reputation or whatever, in order to protect this type of energy here. Okay, I'm gonna, since they're very private, I'm gonna leave that one be. Okay, and then candle number, and since I'm sleepy, I don't feel it right now, but like, okay. Candle number 5. If you pick candle number 5, there's salt in here for sure. I must have started like basil in here too. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, there must be some basil in here. And I don't know what the other reddish stuff is, but I do see like a small bird, like in, you know, like how a cat loafs. This is a bird loafing right there on the left side. Also, somebody holding like a turkey and tiptoeing. You see, it's the same person you see like around it. Somehow like a boy. Like a young version of Mo from The Simpsons, kind of tiptoeing like with some kind of like a turkey kind of thing, facing the right side. Why is the light all weird? Hold on, I'm just trying to get the angles right. Oh, where's the light? Goodness gracious. Anyway, you see what I'm saying. Okay. All right, now to the center. Okay, maybe I need to zoom out a little bit. It's probably too hard to see. Okay. Oh, there we go. What? There we go. What was blocking it? Paper right behind me. Okay. Anything else? I see a turtle on the top, like about to slide down, like on a. You see, slide down to his path. Where are you? Anyway, you see that on the top right corner. Here, let me see if I can get it. Gosh, you can barely see it. Anyway, there's a turtle there, and then it kind of slid out almost like a swirl. You can't really see it at this angle. Ugh. What angle did I see this at? See, now you see it. You see? Right there. Okay, see the difference in coloring. And now if you look at the turtle and move backwards, they look almost like a... First, I thought it was like a monkey leaning forward, almost about to like slip and slide on that path. Same thing, like a bigger monkey, like a orangutan. So, and then back to, like, if I look further back now, it looks like a toy soldier with a top hat, you see, giving like a prostate prostate exam. The soldier to something to the turtle. What the heck? This is crazy. Okay, Tina. All right. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, look closer. You see? Now, the soldier with the top hat, like... or checking the back. I don't know. Anyway. Anything else? Another turtle. Flying turtle. What's going on with the turtles? Okay, a lot of spirits in the sky. A lot of, what do you call it? Appa from, like basically large sheep in the sky. The flying bison. Is it? Yeah, Appa from Avatar. There's a family of them. Interesting. And then the dots, like, mean spirits, like abound. Good spirits, so. One dark one. And then another one right there. But nothing crazy. Overwhelming. Okay. And then now I see like somebody like facing to the left. He's wearing sunglasses. It's a male in a suit with a big butt, like on all fours, facing the left side. Maybe searching for something. You know, like, even when you say people are nosing around in other people's business, he like butting into people's business. You see the big butt. Okay, what is going on? All right, I don't understand it. Anyway, there's that. Okay. Okay, this is all for fun. This is all for fun. Okay. Okay. Group number 5, candle number 5. What do we need to say about that one? Yes. Okay. 3 of Cups in reverse and Page of Swords. There's a lot of like shape shifting in there. So it's, well, this is educational for sure. Like, if somebody's like getting their prostate checked or whatever, it must be the first time. Or is it colonoscopy? Is prostate exam the same thing, like same area as the colonoscopy? I know there's 2 different, like, you know, practices, but is that the same area? I don't, like, do they do that too? Do they just like check? Do they just check? I don't know. It's maybe it's one of the same vicinity. Anyway, this is learning. You have to do things that you're maybe not always excited about. 3 of Cups in reverse, like, but it must be done to learn more about, like, you know, the health, you know, of your vehicle. Just consider it like what is it, 12-point inspection, that kind of energy, something that's required periodically after a certain point. And then Mo running across the street with like the turkey. This is knowing that previous shits and giggles, previous ideations of home need to improve, and so there's excitement of changing like traditions, basically. Anything else on this one? Remember, we did see a lot of turtles here. Let me look up the turtle spirit totem. Let me see what that signifies, okay? Turtle. Oopsie. Spirit. Oop. Excuse me. Wisdom teaches about walking our path in peace and sticking to it. Turtles are reptiles of the order Testudines, characterized by special shell developed mainly from their ribs. Modern turtles are divided. Okay, this is Wikipedia. Okay. Oh, so you might resonate with the other piles too, or other candles. Remain on your path. That you remain on your path, okay. Turtle as a totem animal is for those who feel at home anywhere. And when you need to connect with this, if you need to connect with Mother Gaia. What else? Tell me a little bit more. Okay. Trusting your path, strength and endurance, commitment, and ancient wisdom. Okay, those are the key ones. And then one more thing here. Ability to stay grounded even in moments of disturbances and chaos, patience and slowing down, pacing yourself, emotional strength and understanding, ancient wisdom and determination or persistence. Okay. Anything else, okay, that you want to tell me about the turtles that are significant on this? We'll go with this one. 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So, this new phase of learning is something that you like. This is an easy calculation, something that you feel deep down inside on a personal level, but you also like know it to be true because of past disturbances. 3 of Swords in reverse that you're healed from, but and you've moved fast from, but you don't forget about those things. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Death. Yeah. So the more we learn about ourselves, it's almost as though we're cheating death. That's just a very clean sweep on what, yeah, especially, so this points back to the first pile too, Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so this is about one's own active MO. 8 of Cups in reverse. This is a comeback, like a backup generator. So when they say like, if you don't have something to stand for, you'll fall for anything, that type of energy. So this is the basically the reason for fortifying one's own MO. and it's already in play here. So that's probably what kind of person you are. Very just strong, not just strong-willed, but strong morals here. Okay, interesting. All right, that's it for now. 69:44 on the clock. All right, so our takeaways for everyone. Okay. Actually, takeaways from my Divine Collective. I'll get one for you. 10 of Cups. Absolute happiness here. Okay, clarified by, it's like absolute fulfillment. 6 of Pentacles. So you, oh my gosh, my Divine Collective is going to be like so happy with the upcoming reciprocations. Like there's an elevation, not just, and if you're already in the energy of like the fertility within business and like even a balanced, give and take in your relationships, and there's a continuance in this. I mean, 10 of Cups, like it's so much, like if you're already engaged in this, like you'll be so much like and you stick to it, it brings a lot more abundance, almost like fountain. Like the way it's pictured right here is just like this. You see, it's kind of like a fountain kind of bursting on both sides. So yeah, so if you're happy with the industry and the productivity, the exchanges that you have currently, it's just going to like amplify even more. You'll be surprised at how long that is sustained for. And if it's not present in your life, it will be. Fantastic. That's great news for you. Okay. My 3 takeaways, starting off with this one. 10 of Wands in reverse and the Hermit card. So for me, I get to be more private in my my enjoyments. I get to, like, enjoyment for me is like having to release a lot of the burdens, and just, this is a private place to relax. This is my pocket of like, okay, Tina, your cue to like exit. Like, what? Not while you can, but just like exit to enjoy within your own privacy. Respite, my second one. Yeah, Rasputin. 3 of Wands, more is coming in. So, yeah, inverted on my personal inbox here. Clarified by 4 of Pentacles in reverse. So, 4 of Pentacles in reverse. This is something that's naturally going to come in. It's something that belongs to me. So I don't need to claim ownership. This is something that's due based on the ownership that I've already exercised. So that's actually excellent. Okay, my 3rd takeaway is Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, first off, money. Clarified by the World card. Yeah, this is a closed chapter. This is like the big one up here. So because of forfeiting like any kind of bullshit type of energy, the true one up is not really the 5 of Swords like engaging in, but really this Ace of Pentacles like ladder reward that comes through upon closure of chapter. So this is like the cherry on top, basically, or for me, I guess, a strawberry or caramel on top. For sure. Or cinnamon on top. I don't know. Sometimes it's all of it. Yeah. That's funny. Okay, that's it. Yes, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, passions, pursuits from those that call upon, cash, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought, form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, to be refortified in my only me, hassle free, no doubt, no attachment except for. That's my included. Yay! Thanks so much. Okay. Now that this reading is officially over, I call back. Oh, wait. No, I already did that. It's time to go night night. So by closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine, with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of rollout in light and love. I close the portals in this reading.